I started using this launch back in the early 90s. The property was occupied by an old rundown beachfront motel called the Point Motel, and I could drive my truck right out to in front of where I'm launching now. But in the subsequent years, there's been new development. And cypress trees that used to be little 4-foot bushes in the early 90s are now formidable obstacles. I started flying hang gliders at Marina Beach in the late 80s while living on the Monterey Peninsula. So when we moved back to Morro Bay, our hometown, in the early 90s, this looked like a natural launch to me, much to the chagrin of the local pilots who thought I was crazy, until they couldn't get up the hill in the wintertime because of the mud. And I would launch from the point, bench up, and land on top. So it's been years since I used this launch, and a few years under the road for myself, but I've had a small number of flights over the last year and a half. This is my fourth, and it just looked like a good day. Thought, well, I'll try the point one more time for a tour. So here's a tour of Cayucos from the point to landing on top to landing down at the normal LZ. Gain enough altitude to cross the highway and clear the power lines on the other side. You connect to the lift in front of a small 300-foot hill known as the Knob. From there, work your way into the back bowl. About 1,000 feet of elevation and full VG, it's possible to get from what we call the back bowl out around to the front of the bluffs and back in front of the launch. And there's a venturi around the left side of the hill here that can knock you down, but usually it's not too big a deal to get back. With about 100 over launch, it's pretty easy to slide in and land on top. Another thing that the locals thought I was a little nuts for when I started doing that on a regular basis after moving back, until they realized the benefit of being able to land next to your truck on top instead of hiking all the way back up. Standard Cayucos launch site at 730 feet and can be accessed by two over. On the typical northwest day, flights north to the dam at Whale Rock and south into the back bowl are pretty much the standard fare. A prefrontal day with enough altitude can make a flight north across the town of Cayucos to the hills to its west possible. Shear lines are fairly common here and often will set up over the highway parallel to the water. Occasionally, roll cloud will make an appearance to spice up the variety of flying. Back bowl, sometimes thermals can be found, and occasionally a wave will set up. Heights of almost 4,000 feet and XC around 10 miles. I used to land on the old strip of highway right behind where I launched on the bluff, but felt like I was a little rusty. This day I chose to land in the standard LZ.